Hey everyone, and welcome to Comic Breakdown. If you are new to the channel, please hit that sub button and like this video if you enjoy the content that we have coming out. And today we are going to be diving into X-Men 10 of Swords, part 14 of 22. This will be Marauders issue number 15. Now, if you guys haven't been keeping up with 10 of Swords, I'll leave a link down in the description and at the top of this video. You guys can check that out, get completely caught up on everything 10 of Swords related. Now, in our last issue, we left off with Wolverine essentially impaling Saturnine, I apologize. And we weren't really sure what happened with that. We weren't sure if he killed her or, if she's essentially just immortal in that sense. But we're about to find out as we dive into this issue. So without further ado, let's begin. So this issue picks us up with kind of a future, a glimpse of it anyway. And Saturnine is showing Wolverine what would happen if he were to actually stab her. So what we saw, what was technically a possibility of what could happen. Something he wanted to do, Saturnine could tell, and so she essentially gave him a glimpse of the future. It was like, if you kill me, this is what's going to happen. And essentially, the external gate would close. Arguments would break out between the Quiet Council. Whole wars would just devastate Earth. It would get to a point that the Iraqi would be reinforced so consistently from the gate that the Krakoans couldn't do anything to stop it. The numbers would be too significant, and then a telepathic mind bomb would be hauled through the gate and detonated. Hundreds of mutants, all their higher brain function would be erased, including Moira X in her no place. So at the end of the day, this really isn't worth it. It's not worth it for anybody involved, for Wolverine to really go to this extent. And this is where we see Wolverine just like brood off and angrily walk away. And he sits down with Cypher and they have a little bit of a back and forth here. And then Cypher's poisoned. Now, this was supposed to be Wolverine's appetizer, but Cypher ended up eating it anyway. And so Cypher is slowly sitting here dying. And this was all an attempt by War to try to kill Wolverine. And this is where we see the White Knight Purity really step in and be the healer that he is. He sees this as just dishonorable. Like, why would you cheat before the tournament? Like, this is bull. And so he brings Cypher back to life. And then we see a really awesome panel here of Apocalypse and Genesis just sitting across the table from one another. And him saying, I see you did well with the children. And it's just, a really funny parent type joke in this situation. And so as this meal commences, we're really seeing the tension build up between these two different nations. And one thing we learn is that there's actually a bet. And this bet is essentially playing the odds of each individual. And as we go through and look at this, we have the Annihilation at 3-1 odds. And the most drastic one would be Cypher, which is 5,000 to 1 odds for his survival in this tournament. Now, during this feast, Cable and Magic go up to Iska the Unbeaten, and they really want to test her ability to be unbeaten. And so they do a bunch of trivial tasks like pin the tail on Porg. And they really see that she's unbeatable. Like, she's winning every single thing that she does. And so as this all starts to come to a close, as they're starting to wind down, Saturnine lifts up the tarot cards and tells everybody that they're going to need to get some rest because tomorrow starts the tournament. And she pulls 2 cards that are going to determine the first contest. And the first contest is going to be between Betsy Braddock, A.K.A. Captain Britain, and Iska the Unbeaten. It is going to be a battle to the death. And that will be the end of this issue. With this issue, we're really just seeing, the connections between these two individual tribes, if you will. They're all mutants at the end of the day. they're all descendants of Apocalypse and Genesis. So there's so many similarities between them. They're all skilled fighters. Some just were raised in essentially the pits of hell, while the others had a chance to bask in the sunlight, to be able to live normal lives. And even in this, you know, they're having a discussion, and Death and War and Redroot, they have a talk about how, you know, if they had the opportunity to bask in the sun as these mutants had, they would also be much like them. But really, this is all coming down to Saturn 9. She's playing at a much bigger game than anybody else is, and we're not really sure at what cost or if it's just for her own amusement that she does all of this. It's almost like a Dr. Manhattan of the DC Comics universe, just toying it and moving things as he sees fit, just to see what would happen, just to see what would be the outcome of that situation. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Are you enjoying Ten of Swords? Has it been something you've been picking up every month? It should be coming to a close here in the near future. They're releasing relatively 3 comics a week at this point. But yeah, if you have not yet, please be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. And until the next video.